Hey, 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 welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the We Talk Mets podcast. This is your host for today, Mr. Met, aka Mr. Solo Dolo, in this episode, because Mr. Jabari decided to take a nice little vacation from us. He's backpacking in our beautiful continent of Africa. I think it's like his second trip there. I feel like he's been there more than once though. I feel like he's been there more than twice, but he said he's only been there. This is like his second trip. But yes, hopefully he's having fun. Um, hopefully he takes some pictures and post on his socials and let's see what he's doing out there and what what he has to what he's seeing, what kind of sights he's seeing, and what kind of food he's eating. Hopefully, he has a nice trip there, nice trip back. Um, this is an impromptu episode. I got time right now. My kid's taking a nap. My wife is over there working. The game just ended. That was a nasty loss. Nasty loss. I thought we could have won that one, but yeah, it is what it is. I want to say I like the Rays uniforms. There's kind of sexy colors that little color schemes they got going on there. But yeah, um, maybe next time. Maybe we I think 16 to 18 now. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So yeah, man. Hopefully, this episode is not gonna be that long since it's just me and I don't really know. You know th- this is a podcast with like one guy right now, so it is gonna be a little drier. But yeah. So I'm sorry if you guys were looking forward to this being at 9 o'clock. It's at its usual time, but I feel like this was like the better option for me right now to do an episode. So you get me right now. So yeah, feel that. Let's see. Oh, I was gonna, touch on a little bit about myself here. My name is Gordon. Um, you know me as Mr. Met. Long fan. I've been a Met fan since I was a kid. I can't put a number or what age I was when I started being a Mets fan, but I love baseball. Um, very young. I can never get into basketball as a kid. I didn't think I had the skills, to be a basketballer. Um, yeah, so I always gravitated more towards baseball and like movies like Rookie of the Year, Sandlot #1. That was my shit. I love Sandlot. Yeah, stuff like that just helped move me towards the passion of baseball. I also played little league for 2 years. I don't ask me how well we did or how well I did. I just remember having fun out there and got a trophy or two. That was probably participation trophies to be honest, but it's neither here nor there. I just love the game of baseball. Always have. Being a kid from Queens, New York, Jamaica Queens, stand up, let's go. Always been a Mets fan. Uh, Hopefully, I raised my daughter to be a Mets fan. My wife is kind of a Mets fan now too. Like she understands baseball more now, so that she's been with me and along with other sports. But yeah, yeah, man. So my teams are the Mets, of course. I fuck with the Jets. They even though they suck, we're gonna see what they do this year. Hopefully Aaron Rodgers he's good to go and doesn't hurt himself within the first 5 minutes of the fucking game. Excuse my language. Um, I love the Knicks. Let's go Knicks. We just beat the Sixers. Let's go. We on to the next. We on to the Pacers. I don't know how this is gonna go historically. I feel like the Pacers usually wax our asses, but let's go Knicks. It's Knicks Nation. Um, I also I'm a hockey fan. I my team unfortunately is the New Jersey Devils. Don't ask me why. That's just the team I fuck with. What else I got going on? I don't know, but see, I can't get into soccer even though uh we're getting a neighbor at a city field. The New York Football Club or whatever they're building their stadium right next door, so that's gonna bring money to the area. But I can't see myself jumping on board the the football train. I'm not really big into soccer. I've talked about that with my coworkers and like my coworkers from where the fuck is he from? Goddamn, he's somewhere in Africa. He's a big soccer fan. He was always telling me to watch soccer, and I try to watch the World Cup, but like I just can't get into it. Like it's just not for me. I'm sorry, no offense to nobody who's big into soccer, but yeah, that's just not my sport. Nor do it doesn't tickle my pickle. So yeah, I can't get into the soccer realms. But yeah, grew up in Queens. I'm an alumni of the Newtown High School. That's right over there in East Elmhurst. Um, Surprisingly, all my wife's great uncles, yeah, her great uncles. I don't know if her actual uncles or cousins went to that school. I know her great cousins and whatever. They're alumni of Newtown as well. Um, yeah, man, I'm a Queens kid through and through. Um, we moved to Harlem in 2001. Um, then I moved in with my wife into the Bronx in 2015. Then I moved out of New York 2016 and moved to Maryland, Baltimore to be exact. Um, and yeah, man, yeah, I don't miss New York. I don't. I always knew I wanted to leave New York. Um, when I got older, especially when I was, going down south and to visit my grandfather. Well, he's from South Carolina. I don't really like South Carolina like that, but I love North Carolina. My uncle was down there. He lived down there for a long time. He's in Georgia now, but yeah, that I always knew I wanted to move out of New York. New York was not someplace I wanted to spend the rest of my life in. Hectic city. It made me who I am. And I'm glad to be from there and rep that place, but I'm glad I don't live there right now. Like I prefer my Maryland life at the moment, and hopefully one day we'll probably move up out of here too, to bigger and better things. Yeah. But that was a little bit about me. Let's see. I was going to talk about my favorite Mets players. Also, like we stated in the first episode, we are not a podcast that talks about stats. Like I personally don't care about stats. Maybe my brother is more better suited to give you stats and stuff like that, but not me. Like I don't care about your past performances and like what you did over here in this team, how many home runs you hit over here. If you can't bring that to the team, like to the present team you're on and produce, like your stats are pointless to me. Like I know people love stats and they eat that shit up. Like I don't give a shit. If you can't perform while you're on my team and and show those numbers while you're on our team, it's your stats are fucking pointless to me, to be honest. So yeah, I don't care about stats. But yeah, like I was gonna jump into my favorite players, my all-time favorite Mets players. I'm gonna start with David Wright. I love David Wright. Um, it's unfortunate what happened to him at the end of his career. I think I don't know if we talked about him getting into the Hall of Fame a couple episodes ago, but I believe he should be in the Hall of Fame, even though he didn't really get to put up the numbers that he wanted to in terms of his injuries and whatnot. Big Mike Piazza fan. One of his my favorite moments of his was after 9/11. He hit that home run. And every time I watch that clip, I get goosebumps from that shit. So yeah, I'm a big Mike Piazza fan. Um, yeah, I like the old '80s, 86 team. Um, Doc Gooden, I love his work. Um, Keith Hernandez, of course. It's a plethora of guys back there, but I didn't actually physically get to watch these guys play. So yeah, my favorite pitcher of all time is Greg Maddux. Don't ask me why. You can ask me why, but it's more so from playing video games and shit. But yeah, I always loved his work. Um, yeah, I also liked I hate to say this, but I like a lot of the '90s Atlanta Braves team, like Chipper Jones and shit, Andrew Jones. Like I think there was they were a great club. This is the We Talk Mets podcast, but I'm doting on them a little bit. I really like that Tom Glavine was on that team, and then he came, eventually to the Mets. Like I really fuck with the '90s Atlanta ball club. But who else did I? So there's a couple of other people that I liked on the Mets. Carlos Delgado. Mm. Like right now, who's like Pete's cool. I think if I would like for him to stay at Met. I said this before. Finish out his career here. Whatever he wants, but I would prefer him to be um a Met for life. Um, yeah, I think that's about it. There's probably more, but I can't really think off the top of my head. It's like I'm on the spot here. I usually have JB to run some interference while I can collect my thoughts, but I can't do that right now. So yeah, let's see. Let's go back to my first time going to Shea Stadium. That was a fun moment. I think we had it was like a school. I feel like it was a school trip or something. Yeah, it was like and yeah, I don't know. It was a fun experience, being in I get to go in Shea Stadium. I think I want to. I don't remember what grade that was. I really don't. I wish my memory is way better than what it is, but now my brain's just like dumping things now. So yeah, um, I, I wish I had more time in Shea. I feel like I've only been there twice, but I enjoyed when City Field opened up. I went there the first season it opened with my uncle. We sat in the high seats. It was cool. It was a cool time. I um get to spend time with him. Uh, I like it more so now. They made some changes, made it more hittable. I don't think I fuck with I didn't do much of the concession stands back then, but now mainly when I go since I'm living in the South now, I'm more so eating. So now when I go to ball games, I'm trying to hit up all the food stands and whatnot. You know, fucking with Keith's Grill and I don't go to Shake Shack in the game and at City Field. I feel like that line's just unforgivably long. I let newer people go on that line or diehards. But yeah, what else I'm trying to remember what else is there that we fuck with. Like I need to try more city field food. My brother's usually the adventurous one who's like going. I usually just go to the same spot. It's usually Keith's Grill, but I don't. I think they brought that back or whatever burger stand looks good. Like I usually fuck with. Um, yeah, man. What the hell else is I'm gonna talk about? Oh, yeah, watching this series with the Mets and the Rays. I feel like maybe the owners of Tropicana Field need to do something in terms of painting their roof because I felt like there were like too many instances of people losing the ball in the ceiling. I feel like they need to paint it black or some other off colors so it doesn't blend in with the baseball and the lights and whatever. I don't know, man. I feel like it was some of it played in our benefit, but like all in all, you don't want people not seeing the ball in the field. Like I feel like you could get hit in the face with the ball or whatever. But yeah, man, I feel like they should do something about that. Also, it'd be nice if I think we talked about this also a couple of episodes ago. That I think City Field, man, they should have built that with a retractable roof. Like if we can go back and do that or I think it would be very beneficial, especially like in the earlier seasons when it tends to rain in the city or the weather is just not all that permitting. Like it would be so beneficial for Mets fans and players to have a covered roof, something that doesn't take as long as like the Marlins Stadium. I don't know how long it takes. Maybe there's another ball club stadium that's kind of slow as well. I don't know. We need to find a better technology to do covered roofs for sporting events. I wish I had more information on the Dallas Cowboys stadium. Do they have a retractable roof? Possibly. I'm not gonna look that up right now. I ain't got time for that. But yeah, I think Tropicana Field should like any stadium that has like a white enclosed roof. You should probably think about painting that shit. Like for the safety of the players, shit, even the fans. If the players on the field missing the ball, the fans might miss that shit. And if it's a home run and you don't see it, you get pelted. with the ball. Yeah, I don't. I think that's I think that's a bad look. So yeah, you should probably paint those roofs, man. But yeah, um, hey, what's up, Yuku Matsui? What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream, man. Like I said earlier, I'm not gonna be on here all that long, but enjoy yourself. How you doing? You doing all right? How's your life doing? I also wanted to touch on, I think the city link jerseys for the Mets, man. I think they're cursed, bro. 3 times we oh man, you depressed? I'm sorry, bro. I hope things get better for you, man. You don't have to elaborate. Oh, yeah. The Mets can't buy a win. That's a fact. That is very depressing. Um, I thought we could have won that game, but that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. As a Mets fan, we already know what to expect. Sometimes the Mets fall behind. It's tough. It's tough out here being a Mets fan. Everybody knows that. Um, yeah, man, I'm sorry that you're depressed. I don't know what you do to undepress yourself, but here's a hug from Mr. Met, man. The Mets really dropped the ball on this one. Yeah, that's facts. Shoot, Bader just missed that dive. But yeah, man. Well, hopefully, my beautiful face will make you less depressed, but maybe it might even worsen your depression. I'm sorry, but I'm here to help. But yeah, man, the City Link. I feel like the City Link jerseys are slightly cursed. Hopefully, the next go around we can get a win. I'm not sure how many times we wear these jerseys this year, but so far it's not looking so good. 0-3 with the unis on. Yeah, I I wish I want them to redo the unis. I want them to make it darker or something. I want it to be more sexy, like make it like a Gotham City type vibe, like Batman or something sexy. We're the city that never sleeps. I don't know, make it sexier. What did you say? I want Pete Alonso gone. Oh my God. I I don't feel you on that one. He had a rough go about it. This series, like I said, Jeff McGill's stress. Oh, you must be. I think you're. Yeah, I think you're trolling me right now, bro. But all right, yeah, go off though. Go off. I'm a full supporter of the First Amendment. Enjoy yourself. But um, yeah, Pete Alonso. Like I said in the other episode, I think he performs way better at home. I don't know what it is. He kind of is at home. Like he's from fucking Florida, so he kind of is at home. But like something about him going like to other stadiums, he just doesn't. eh, uh, Maybe he's jet lagged or something. I feel like that's like the whole Mets team. Like they get a little jet lagged, and especially when they go to the West Coast when they play the Dodgers or San Francisco. Like I feel like that's just horrible on them, man. They're so sluggish. They might win a game or here or there, but man, they are just not performing, man. I was glad when they came back home from that West Coast trip, because boy, oh boy, that was tough to watch, especially when the games are like if you're on the East Coast and those games are at fucking they start at 10. Like I was up, being a stay-at-home father, like I was up at 1, so I got to watch that win. But like if I had to go to work or some shit like that, nah, fuck that shit. Like that game ended at 1:15. Nah, I'm good. But yeah, man. Yes, Jeff McNeil's trash. Nah, I don't think he's trash. I think I think he's a good player. Like he's a spotty hitter, but I think he does come through clutch. Uh, I like the fact that he golfs. I wish more of the players would golf. I feel like that would help with their swings and getting their timing and stuff down. But yeah, what else you got for me, Yuku? I might fucking bring you onto the show. Shoot, you need to send me your because next week JP's not gonna be here either, and I was thinking about not doing an episode. So shit, if you want to hop on here and troll away, shit, we can. I might have to make that happen, bro. But yeah, like I said, I was gonna make this episode too long. Sure, if you have anything else, man, bring it up. What you want to talk about? How's your work life balance? Mental health and all of that. You eat anything good? And like, what's your favorite food, man? My favorite food is Colombian food. I haven't been able to find any of that down here in Maryland. I think it's in Silver Springs. I'm not fucking going to Silver Springs for no fucking Colombian food. Um, what else do I like? Well, I do a lot of south of the border shit. You know, tacos and burritos. Oh yeah, happy Cinco fucking de Mayo, motherfuckers. Have some tequila. Actually, when this is over, I'm gonna go downstairs and pour me up a shot. Um, shit, I'm not sure. I'm gonna assume you're Japanese, Matsu. I'm gonna assume that. Like, I don't know if you fuck with sojo or that's probably Korean, but soju. Yeah, that shit is pretty good. I enjoy that. What else is there? It's like a hot one too, right? Sake. Yeah, sake. That's probably the Japanese one. Shit. Do you fuck with sumo? I hopefully I'm not being racist right now. just assuming that you fuck with any of these things, but this is stuff that I fuck with. I like sake and soju. Haven't had that in a minute. I need to go out to K-pop with my coworker. He's been like knocking me over the head about going there. We just came back from Camden Yards like a week or so ago, so we got to hit up K-pop. It's a Korean barbecue spot over here in Maryland. Uh, get a couple of beers and shit and some sake or whatever. But yeah, man, shit. Like I said, I'm not gonna make this episode too long. I think I'm done. I don't really have anything else to discuss unless Yoku wants to. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, bro. Yoki, my bad. If you have any other topics you want to drop in there before I end this one out, because I ain't really got it. Also, next week, this episode may or may not happen since JB won't be back. Hopefully we get to see some pictures on his socials. But yeah, I ain't really got shit for you guys right now. But this was a little courtesy call. Thank you for tuning in for the quick 20 something minutes. This has been Aaron. Hopefully get to know a little bit more about me. If you have more questions for me or comments for us, always feel free to leave them in the comments. Sure, you can email us at wetalkmets@gmail.com. Like I said in the last episode, send us some dick pics. What have you, just whatever. Fuck with us because we fuck with you. This is Mr. Met, aka Mr. Solo Dolo, for this episode. I think I'm gonna sign out, man. Hopefully you guys have a nice weekend. Hopefully the Mets pick up these fucking wins, and we'll see you a week from now or so. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.